Awesome. Good to have everybody here in the webinar. We're going to switch gears a little bit, concentrate on my passion now, which is trading the Forex market. Okay, so a little bit different approach, a little bit different asset class. I've traded all asset classes there is, and for numerous reasons, this is absolutely my favorite. So good to have all of you in here. Now, the information that I'm going to cover, I typically take about 90 minutes to cover different types of presentations that I do. I've got a little under an hour, so I'm going to move very, very quickly through this information. So very first and foremost, make sure when it comes to trading, when it comes to investing, never ever invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You must always trade with what is called equity management in mind. And the reason for that is obviously the best traders in the world, the most sophisticated traders in the world will take losses. That is part of being a trader. However, we will talk about, and through our education, how we work with our students, teaching proper equity management, how to manage your portfolios to maximize those gains and minimize those losses. Now, this presentation, this webinar, it's really designed for one thing, and that is to help you decide if you see Forex trading as something that you would like to do. I'm not here today in this particular webinar to teach you how to be a trader. That's why you'll become a student today. My job is to show you how for the past 24 years, worldwide, we have trained over 60,000 people on how to trade the Forex market. And literally, when it comes to servicing clients, servicing customers, we're the best. I mean, there's just no other way to underline it. Every second, every minute, every hour the Forex market is open, we are live with students around the world. We take servicing clients to the next level, and that's a big pride that we have within the organization. We'll talk about that today. Now, let's officially get things started. This is a live presentation. As I said, today's date is, what are we on, the 14th of August? We're about 10 minutes before 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As I said, make sure you got a pen, you got a piece of paper, take great notes. We got a ton of information to cover. We are moving into a live trading session later today. Those of you that are ready to make some money, you jump on board today with us as a student. We actually have one of our special sessions tonight at 7 p.m. where it's a special session built around one of our targets, which is called the Euro Pivot Prediction. And we've got about 6,000 pips of opportunity we're lining up. So we'll talk about that a little bit more as we go through this presentation. But just a little bit about myself. I don't want to get too far into this. Renee did a great introduction. Just simply so you know, I've been around this a long time. I'm 48 years old. I started out in a brokerage office back in 1991, 92 when I was just out of college. It's been my passion ever since. I've traded every asset class that there is. I've been paid professionally to speak in every single state in the United States to live audiences. I've been to every province across Canada, probably well over 40,000 people now. I've had an opportunity to talk to live. I've done a lot of cool things, been on all radio shows, TV shows. Again, this is my passion. I'm blessed that every day I wake up, I get to do what I love. I get to trade. I get to work with world-class traders, educators, teachers, some of the same very folks that will be your mentors, your coaches. And then I get to pass this information along. I get to teach people around the world. Literally, we have clients from South Africa to Asia to Australia to Europe to North America that we've touched through sharing Market Traders Institute's 24-year proven process. So I'm excited to be here with all of you. I got a busy family life, got 3 kids, got a wife who's a college professor. I love the fact that I can trade around my schedule, gang. It's a lifestyle. If you're not doing it full-time, this is a great way to create your own income full-time. You want to do it part-time as a secondary income stream, tremendous. We can teach you in all those categories. So that's enough about me. What I need to know, though, is, we got a nice sized group in here today, people from all over. What I need to know, I know a lot of you are equities traders. How many of you in here trade equities? You're trading stocks or options? Type in me in the chat box, or equities in the chat box, okay? What I need to know, though, is for those of you that are unsure or have a little bit of knowledge of the Forex market, what is that knowledge, though, okay? What I want to know is if you were to rank your personal knowledge in the Forex world on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being you're brand new to Forex, 10 being you are a Forex expert, you're profiting tens of thousands of dollars a month, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year trading in the Forex market. So please go into that chat box, and this helps me out a lot. Please, because I know we have a diversified group in here. Rank your personal knowledge on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 to 10, so I know kind of maybe some of the topics I may or may not cover within here, okay? All right, so we got, cool, I've got Christopher. Now, I'm not going to cover futures. I don't trade any futures anymore. You're going to see the Forex market, if you've never traded it, has the best advantages that there are in the world. That's what I focus on. Don, okay, equities. So Karen's a 1. I got 2 Karens back to back. Both are 1s. Don's a 1. Joel is a 7. Okay, that means, Joel, you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Tremendous. Priscilla's a 2. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right. Valacios, or Vasilios. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, my friend. 7. Jason's a 1. Adam's a 1. Scott's a 1. William's a 2. Joseph's a 3. Okay, good. Well, I can see we've got a bit of a diversified group in here. I got a lot of 1s and 2s. A few of you that are 3s and 4s. And then I've got a few of you that are 6s and 7s. Let me ask you this. Joel and Vasilios, have you seen one of my presentations before? I'm curious if you've seen one. Type in yes or no. Here's the thing, though, that you must understand about the Forex market. And this can be a massive advantage or disadvantage depending on which side of the curve that you're on. Awesome. Wait till you guys see our proprietary tools and the way that we approach the Forex market. It's pretty cool. All right, here's the thing about the Forex market, as I said. The Forex market is what is called a zero-sum game. Now, that means in every single Forex trade, the losers pay the winners. In the Forex world, the losers pay the winners. And the winners, the best traders, the best Forex traders in the world, are the people that have the best education, the best tools, technology, automation, and the best people and coaches and mentors to work with. And that is our approach at Market Traders Institute. Now, if you're new to Market Traders Institute, we are not a broker. Don't get confused and think we're a broker. You can use any broker you want in the world to clear your currency trades. They will interact with our proprietary platforms. Okay, what we've been doing for the past 24 years as an organization is developing an education portal. Okay, very incredible, really hands-on, interactive. We actually just launched last week our latest version of it. Really cool stuff. Developing our own technology, our own software, our own trading platforms, our own proprietary patent pending information. And again, I'll demonstrate a little bit. I don't get a lot of time with you here today, but I'll show you some of our unique indicators. But the most important thing is assembling the best people, the best coaches. Okay, as my compadre said before me, you know, what separates trading floors from traders at home are people. People around them, people keeping them accountable, people that are helping them, checks and balances. Well, if you want to have checks and balances, we're the best in the world at doing that because we bring the best people on board. We bring the best mentors, best traders, best analysts, but not only the best ones that know how to trade, but know how to teach other people how to trade. You know, as I mentioned, if you're new, the Forex market is different than most markets. It's 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. And literally, we have students around the world. Every second, every minute, every hour that the Forex market is open, we are live training with our students. Now, I want you to think about that. Anywhere in the world you live, there is never a second that you do not have an opportunity to work with one of our analysts and have an opportunity to work trades through with our analysts. It's not, hey, once a week we send something out or twice a week we have a live set. We're always live every second the market is open, and that gives us a lot of advantages, and that's why we create the best traders that are out there. Now, a philosophy that we carry, that if you were to visit our office, and this is actually our building, our corporate office in Orlando, Florida. We got a beautiful training facility here. I'm actually broadcasting live from our office right now. Many of you will get a chance to come on down to Florida and train with us right out of our office. Last week had a big group here working with us. We have about 200 employees out of our office right here, in addition to analysts that we have different parts around the world. Now, we've gone through a lot of growth over the last 7 or 8 years, and through our growth, we're getting recognized. We were ranked by Inc. magazine as one of the fastest growing privately held companies in the U.S. This is our founder. Jared Martinez. Now, I know probably most of you that have traded Forex, you know who Jared Martinez is. He's considered to be one of the best Forex traders in the world. He's been trading the Forex market exclusively for 30 years. He's a best-selling author, teacher, mentor. His results, and this is something that I like to talk about with my groups, because one of the things that we're known for is we're very transparent. Okay, we're very transparent. So just to give you guys a little bit of feel, some of my traders that are current Forex traders, to give yourself an idea of what your results are compared to someone like Jared Martinez. You know, people in here like Jim and Jason and Mohammed, people like Vasilios and Joel. Jared Martinez, for the last 36 months, in third-party verified accounts through my FX book, so it's all third-party verified, has averaged for 3 consecutive years a minimum of 8,000 pips profit a month. A minimum of 8,000 pips profit a month. Now, if you're new, you don't know what a pip is. You will in a few moments, but 8,000 pips in a month on a standard lot, that's $80,000 profit for 36 straight months. Month after month after month. This is the level of coaching and mentoring that our students get to work with every single day. So that's pretty cool. Now, here's the thing. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is a really unique session. Now, again, we're live through our Analysts on Demand throughout the entire day, all day with our students. From what we do, though, throughout the day is we also have special live sessions where we tackle different types of topics, or maybe there's economic news coming out. Well, tonight at 7 p.m., we have a live special session. And what I want you to write down in your notes is a couple words. I want you to write down Euro Pivot Point. Euro Pivot Point. This is a movement that is happening right now between two currency pairs in this market. Now, this movement has already produced well over 14,000 pips of opportunity. That's good and bad news. It's good news that there's been opportunity. The bad news is it's in the past. It's already happened. Now, what's happening now, though, is there's about 6,000 more pips within this movement. And tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will be going live in one of our special trading sessions, where in this session, we get our exact targets lined up, our entries, our exits. We create the workspaces and we push them out to our students to trade these opportunities, okay? Now, because we're in an investor inspiration opportunity here in a presentation, we have a great relationship with the folks at Investor Inspiration. These sessions that we typically do are set aside for our more experienced students. But in this live session, I was given an opportunity to invite 10 of you out of this particular webinar today into this live session later tonight. Again, you can be brand new or you can be extremely experienced. You're going to see exactly how we set our trades up. A lot of our approaches, it's going to be about 90 minutes long. So here's the thing. If you would like to get an invitation to be qualified to be in my live session later today, 7 p.m. tonight, all I need you to do, it's real simple. Jump into your chat box, okay, and just type in your telephone number and type in pivot. Type in your telephone number and type in pivot. And in this session, you're going to get exact setups, entries, exit. We're going to get you workspaces sent out to you. It's a pretty cool opportunity to see behind the closed doors exactly how we interact and we trade with our students, especially if you're brand new. And since 2014 in our predictions, we've predicted well over 20,000 pips of opportunity for our students, okay? Yeah, Jason, I've got your number. Mohammed, I've got your number. Max, I've got your number. I mean, it's going to be a killer session in there. Josh and Tyson are actually in there together. That is Eastern Standard Time, in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, gang, okay? Here's the deal, all right? Since 2014, we've predicted well over 20,000 pips. But the money that we make, the pips that we make, it's not about us. And this is one of the things about our organization. Again, all you got to do is a little bit of research on social media, and you will see out there, gang, all over the results that our students are getting, okay? We don't post this. Our students post this. We don't ask for this. They do this on their own. And that's because, again, for 24 years we've been doing this. We've got a very specific process of focusing on the Forex market and the Forex market exclusively, okay? So my promise to you is by the time we wrap this up, yep, Vasilios, my friend, am I pronouncing that correct? I've got your number. Brian, I've got your number. Christopher, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Max, I've got your number. Jason, I've got your number. Michael, I've got your number. Excellent. So here's the deal. My promise to all of you is by the time we conclude, and we're going to move quickly, we're going to have about 44 or 45 more minutes together. My promise to all of you is by the time I wrap up, if you don't already understand the power in the Forex market, trust me, you will. You're also going to see how you can have immediate profit potential, okay? I don't care if you're currently trading and you think you're doing great. Wait till you get on board and you start working with some of our world-class analysts that take you to the next level. And on top of that, I don't care if you don't know anything about the Forex market. We will teach you step by step how you work into this market. And I will give all of you an opportunity in this webinar, okay, to come on board today risk-free for the next 60 days. Come spend the next 2 months with us, having a coach, having mentors, having access to 24-hour-a-day analysts on demand, trading our prediction, using our proprietary platform, okay? And after 60 days, if you don't want to be a part of our group, no problem. You go your way, we go ours. That's confidence in what we do as an organization. So this is what we're going to do. Again, I know I've got new people. I know I've got some experienced people. My experienced people, just give me a couple minutes of grace here, because for a lot of people, the Forex market is new. I need to lay a little foundation. Again, my experienced folks, you're going to see our proprietary tools, our automation in just a minute here. But for my new people, as I mentioned, I through the years, I've been involved in the financial business for coming up next year will be 26 years. I've traded every asset class. The reason why I focus primarily now on the Forex market, I do a little bit of cryptocurrency as well, but 90% of what I do is in the Forex market is because it has massive advantages. Some of the basic advantages are it's the most liquid market, and that just simply means you can enter and exit the market anytime that you want. There's always buyers, always sellers. You're never stuck holding on to a trade. Flexibility, as I mentioned, again, if you're new, it's a 24-hour-a-day market. This market opens up in the United States of America, 5 p.m. Sunday afternoon. It's open all night, all morning, all day, every day, 24 hours a day till Friday, 5 p.m. Flexibility, size of this market. It's the largest market in the world, and it's not even close. There's over $5.3 trillion every single day back and forth exchanging hands. Yes, Anderson, if you want to be in the live session, my friend, just type in your telephone number and just type in pivot. Type in your telephone number and pivot. And then focus. Focus. I spent a lot of years trading stocks and options, okay? A lot of years. In fact, I taught people all over North America how to trade stocks and options. One of the challenges with equities traders is there's just simply so many of them. You know, there's thousands and thousands of potential companies to invest in the Forex and the equities market. Where in the Forex market worldwide, there are only 60 currency pairs. That's it. So it's way more easier to manage when you've only got 60. And at Market Traders Institute, 90% of our profits are made off of about 20 currency pairs. That's it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and switch gears here very quickly, and I'm going to fire up some charts here. All right, so let me bring this over. Now, do me a favor. I need everybody to acknowledge that you can see that I've transferred over my PowerPoint, and I've brought up some charts. Can everybody see that? Just type in YES or the letter Y if you can see that. All right, cool. Everybody's telling me yes. Now, here's the thing, all right? What you're looking at, and this is different than pretty much any other presentations you'll see that are out there, okay? This is our trading platform. This is ours. This is Market Traders Institute's own proprietary platform that we have developed with our own development team. Again, we've been around for 24 years. We've leveraged our experience. We've leveraged having students around the world to build what we believe is the best, most robust platform that is out there, okay? Now, our trading platform has a lot of very distinguishing advantages to it. Number one, it's all cloud-based. Now, because it's cloud-based and it's smart technology, that lets our students have their technical indicators, their charts everywhere they go, on their iPhones or Androids or tablets, and it's not lousy looking charts that are delayed that don't come up. It's dynamic, beautiful information. Number two, because it's cloud-based, that gives us the opportunity through Smart Trader platform to share our workspaces instantly. So I want you to think about this. Imagine working with someone like Jared Martinez, one of our founders, one of our analysts, our coaches, who's averaging a minimum of 8,000 pips a month. Imagine when he creates a workspace, a chart with the exact buy and sell plan. All he does is post it in the cloud, and our students just pull it down, and it's dynamic real time on their computer. I mean, that's one of the advantages. On top of that, again, we got patent pending tools and automation, a lot of which I will show you, which is pretty cool. Now the charting software works on every currency pair, every time frame. You can get equities feeds. It also works on over 30 cryptocurrencies as well. All right, so now again, this may be elementary to you that are more advanced. If you're more advanced, give me a couple seconds of grace. But for my new people, and you've never traded Forex, understand Forex trading is like any other market. You're looking to buy when the market's pushing up, right, and make some money. Well, also like any other market, you can sell into it when it's moving down and make money in a downward turn in the market. The difference is, though, in the Forex world, you have a very specific job. Your job is to capture pips. Now, a pip is an acronym for price, interest, point. Price, interest, point. Now, I'm not going to get into a big description of how a pip is defined. All you need to know if you're new is pips are good. Your job is to capture, as a Forex trader, pips, and as many pips as you can, okay? What your job is to do is capture them when they're moving up, when the market's moving down. I will show you in a second here how pips turn into profits. Now, again, if you're new and you're looking at some of these charts for the first time, very simply along the bottom's a representation of time. On the sides, a representation of price. If you look in the middle of the screen, you'll see a watermark right here. Can everybody see where it says GBP, Great British Pound, NZD, which is the New Zealand dollar, 1 hour? Okay, if everybody sees that, type in yes or Y. So what we're looking at is the Great British Pound, New Zealand dollar, 1 hour chart. All right. Now, what we're looking at on these charts, again, if you're new, are what are called Japanese candlesticks. Japanese candlesticks are a visual representation of how much the market has moved within a particular period of time. Because we are on an hourly chart, these are all 1 hour candlesticks. If we were on a weekly chart, they'd be weekly candlesticks. If we were on a 5-minute chart, they'd be 5-minute candlesticks. Now, Japanese candlesticks are super important to traders because they tell us a lot about what's happening in the market, okay? The way that they form in groups and form in patterns will tell us when there's a change of trend, change of direction in the marketplace. Candlesticks, we like to call them here at Market Traders Institute the sign language of the market. Sign language of the market, okay? All right, so very quickly here, I'm going to show you how a buy and a sell, the mechanics of a currency trade works, and how pips turn into profits. After we get that basic down, we're going to dive into our automated, our smart tools, our technology, how you work with our coaches and our mentors. For those of you that are experienced, to take yours to the next 5-6 levels higher. And for those of you that are new, how you get a very specific blueprint to become a new trader, to be very successful and take the learning curve out, okay? But real quickly, just simply the mechanics of a Forex trade. Now, at first, I'm not going to do any analysis. Let's just say, based on help from our coaches, our mentors, we decided to buy into a particular trade right here, and we sold out of a trade right up here, okay? We decided to buy into a trade down here based on technology, based on information, based on your coaches and your mentors helping you, and you sold right up here. So we bought down here, we sold up here. Now the difference between, right, buying down here and selling up here is simply the difference between this number over here on the right and the number above it on the right, okay? The difference between this number right here and the number above it right here would be the amount of pips that we would profit. Now I can measure my pips if we bought here and we sold right up here. Now everybody look up here in the top left-hand corner. You'll see my cursor is pointing at some information, okay? Right here. Right up here. So here's the deal. What we're looking at right up here in the top left-hand corner is we would have bought into this trade on the 10th, on August 10th. We would have sold out of this trade same day, August 10th. We would have made 90 pips, and we would have been in this trade for 3 bars, as it says. Now, bars equal candlesticks. Okay, bars are candlesticks. But because we're on a chart where our candlesticks are represented by an hour, 3 bars represent 3 what? Fill in the blank. 3 bars equal 3 hours. Exactly. So if everybody understands what I just went over, type in yes or Y, that we would have bought into this trade on the 10th down here, we would have sold 3 hours later up here, we would have made 90 pips, and we would have been in the trade for 3 hours. Type in yes, yes, Y-E-S, or the letter Y, okay? Especially if you're new, because you're going to get lost if you don't pay attention to this right here, okay? All right, here's the deal. In trading in the Forex market, Chris, trading in the Forex market, you trade in what are called lot sizes, L-O-T, lot sizes. There's 3 of them. Write them down. You can trade with what's called a micro lot, a mini lot, or a standard lot. Micro, mini, or standard. If you trade with a micro lot, for every investment you make, every trade, you're looking at $20 US per trade. Okay, about $20. Okay, that's it. That's one of the cool things about the Forex market, especially for new people. You can start small and you can grow your account over time. Now, I will tell you that the majority of my students will trade mini lots. That's a $200 investment per trade, and a standard lot's a $2,000 investment per trade. Now, each one of these have a different profit value to them. If you trade with a micro lot, for every pip you make, you make 10 cents per pip. Okay, now that's not a lot of money. If you think about the trade we just did, if we go back here, let's say you invested $20 in this trade. You invested in a micro lot. Now, again, we're not a broker. Okay, Priscilla, you pick any broker you want. Joel, you stay with your broker, whomever you're using, okay? You pick any brokers you want. They will all interact with our platforms, our tools, our technology, okay? You can buy and sell everything right off of our technology. So let's say you invest in a micro lot. You invest $20. Your broker's going to hold on to the $20, right? You sell out of this trade up here. 3 hours later, you sell out of this particular trade. Your broker gives you your $20 back. Well, you made 10 cents per pip and you made 90 pips. So you invested $20 and you made a $9 return in 3 hours time, which again is not a lot of money, right? But that's a fantastic return on investment. I mean, that's nearly 50% return in 3 hours. I'll take that all day long. Well, let's say you make that same trade, but instead of doing a micro lot, you do a mini lot. And one of the cool things is you don't to trade different lot sizes doesn't mean you have to do any more work. You don't have to spend any more time analyzing charts, any more energy, effort, anything. You make the exact same trade. All you do is invest a little bit more money. So you make the same trade on our chart right here, except you invest $200 in a mini lot. Your broker holds on to the $200. You sell 3 hours later. You get your $200 back. You make your 90 pips. The difference is, though, because you took more risk, you get more reward. You make $1 per pip. So you think about that. In 3 hours, you invested $200 and you made a $90 return. How many of you would like to have a skill to be able to invest $200, go to work, come home from lunch at lunchtime, and have turned $200 into $900 or $90? And have the skill to be able to do that over and over and over and over again, because this is what we do with our students every second the Forex market is open, okay? Now, here's where it gets fun, though. Let's say you've been trading mini lots. You've been trading mini lots, and you go, you know what? I'm making money. I built up my account. I'm ready to reinvest. I'm going to do a standard lot trade. Again, you don't have to do anything different, any more analysis. You don't have to do any more work. You make the same trade, except you just invest more money. You invest in a mini lot. You invest $2,000. Your broker holds on to the $2,000. 3 hours later, you sell. You get your $2,000 back. You made your 90 pips, okay? You made your 90 pips. This time, though, you make $10 per pip. So on a $2,000 investment, in 3 hours, you just made a $900 return. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what asset class you trade, options, futures, cryptos, if you invest in real estate, nothing, and I mean nothing, has that advantage right there. The leverage and the buying power. That is the number one reason why this is the fastest growing market in the world. You get 50 to 1 buying power in the US. Some countries will give you 100 to 1. Yes, Kevin, they do. All right, so here's the deal, gang. What I'm showing you on the screen right here is what we do with our students. In fact, I will show you students, and I want you to think about this. Vasilios and Joel and Kevin and Chris and Mark and Riley, I'm going to show you students who are making 6,000, 7,000 pips a month following our program. I'm going to show you students that are making 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 pips a week after week after week, following our philosophies, using our automation, okay? People just like you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move quickly. Like I said, normally this takes me about 90 minutes to demonstrate a lot of this. I'm only going to be able to scratch the surface with some of our tools. But again, I'm going to give all of you an opportunity to come on board today as a student of ours, risk-free, for the next 60 days. So you can be mentored, coached, trained, be knee-deep into our sessions, and see how many pips you can make in the next 90 days. So very quickly, I got to get cruising along here. The beautiful thing about the Forex market, in addition to all those other advantages, is I will tell you, having traded every asset class that there is, it's by far the most visual market that there is. And it's a market that is the most repeatable. It loves to repeat itself in patterns over and over and over again, okay? And what we're looking to do in the Forex world is we're looking to make money in the market when it moves down, pulls up, forms a low, right? Looking to buy into it, make money when it moves up. Well, also, obviously, we can make a lot of money in this market when it forms a high, and we can sell into the market and make money when it moves down. Now, every successful trader in every asset class must know 3 things in every successful trade. I don't care what it is. You got to know, number 1, market direction. Okay, you got to know, number 2, when to get in, entry points. And you got number 3, when to get out, exit points. Okay, now again, awesome. Beautiful thing is, when you come on board today as a student, we've got an incredible education portal, which is cutting edge. We've filmed everything in our studios here. You're going to have incredible coaches and analysts on demand available to you 24 hours a day to understand these things. But you're also going to have incredible technology to understand these 3 things. But I will tell you, one of the techniques that we are considered to be the best in the world, and when I say the best at teaching and trading in the Forex market, our founder has written best-selling books on, is understanding how to trade Fibonacci's correctly, okay? And we have also automated all of this, okay? Now, if you don't know what a Fibonacci is, don't worry about it. You can do some research when we're done, okay? Don't do it now because you'll get distracted, and I don't want you distracted, but very quickly, Fibonacci's. Leonardo Fibonacci was a person. That was him right there. He was a 13th century mathematician. What he discovered is through the laws of nature, through mathematics, that everything in nature moves in a pattern, in a rhythmic cycle that can be measured through a sequence and a series of numbers. It's repeatable. It's called the golden ratio. If you're new to this, write down the golden ratio and look it up when I'm done, okay? He found that you could measure how animals would reproduce in a pattern, in a sequence that moved over and over and over again. That was predictable. That you could measure how plants would grow. That you could measure how the stars in the sky were in a pattern. How the scales on a fish were in a pattern. How the stripes on a zebra, how the print on your thumb. Nothing is random. It's in a repeatable pattern, a sequence of numbers that moves over and over and over again. Well, here's the beautiful thing about the Forex market is it loves to move in patterns. And at Market Traders Institute, we apply mathematics. Kevin, wait till you see our Fibonacci tools and our automation. That's going to blow you away. Here's the deal. We use mathematics. We use Fibonacci retracements and extensions. We use math to help us determine where the market's going to trend in the future based on where it's been in the past. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes or no? Okay? Okay, good. Now watch how this works. And again, I know I'm moving quickly. And then we're going to apply this to some candles, and we're going to apply this to this up to second opportunities. The market makes what are called higher highs and higher lows. higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then it reverses, okay? Makes what's called a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and it does this over and over and over again. Now we're gonna do some basic technical analysis. This is what is called an A boundary. This is what is called a B boundary. This is what is called a C entry in this example, and this is my D extension. So we got A, B, C, D. Now at first, I'm going to quickly draw a manual Fibonacci. Now in a couple minutes here, we're going to automate everything. You're going to see the advancements of our technology at a couple clicks of the mouse, boom, how all the work is done for you. But right now, we're just going to automate a Fibonacci. We're going to draw from point A to point B, just like that. And then I'm going to draw 3 zones, 3 buy zones. My very first zone right here, I'm going to shade this one in a color red for you so you can see it real easy. My next zone just below that, I'm going to shade this one in a blue so you can see this visually. And then my next zone below that, I'm going to shade it in a green. So I need everybody to acknowledge that you can see red, blue, and green. So you can see those 3 colors, okay? Because you're going to get lost if you can't see the 3 colors. Can everybody see red, blue, and green? Good. Okay, here's the deal. So what we're looking to do in this example is make money when the market moves up, pulls back, it reverses, right? We're looking to buy into the market down here and trade this as it moves up and sell when the Fibonacci extensions tell us to get out, okay? Tells us when to get out. Now we use different types of information for entry points. We'll use our, our candlestick formations, our trend line breaks. I don't want you to worry about that now. What I want you to understand is the power of our tools and our coaches. Let's just say we got a great indicator to buy down here in the green zone, okay? Based on technology, education, software indicators, we bought down here in green, okay? So let's just say you invested in a mini lot down here. Your broker's holding on to your $200 trade, okay? So we're in there. Yeah, we use Elliott waves. All right, so here's the deal. Kevin, put your phone number in. You should come in our live session later today. You'll love it. Just type your telephone number in and type in pivot. All right, so here we go. What we did is we're right here. We buy in the green. If I invest my $200 in my mini lot, watch this. I'm in this trade as it's moving up, as it's moving up, as it's moving up. Now, if you can imagine this green line right here, which is a Fibonacci extension, it's actually my 1180. If this line were to come all the way across my chart right here, I'm going to buy down here in the green zone, and I'm going to hold on to this trade all the way up until it hits my Fibonacci extension, and then I sell. So if I buy in the green, I'm going to sell at my green extension. Now, why is that? Well, that is because based on the law of averages, based on the numbers, based on Fibonacci's, if I continue to hold on to this trade past the 1180, the numbers start to move against me and the likelihood increases that this trade will go the other direction. So if I buy in the green, I sell at the green extension. Okay, so green to green. Let's say our reversal took place right here in the blue zone. Well, if I buy at my blue extension, I'm going to trade my blue buy zone. I'm going to trade to my blue extension. So blue to blue. And again, we're going to put this on some candles in a second here and live opportunities as well. So right here, let's just say we got a buy opportunity in the red, which is a much bigger trading zone. So if I buy in the red zone, I'm going to trade this all the way up until what? I hit my red extension, my 1618. So very quickly, everybody that's in here, all right, if you acknowledge to me, type in yes or Y that you understand the A, B, C, D's of Fibonacci analysis. We buy and sell green to green, blue to blue, red to red. Type in yes or the letter Y in the chat box so we can move on here. So we can move on here for you, okay? Type in yes or the letter Y in the chat box so you can see how we do this. Okay, good. Everybody's telling me yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. So let's do this now. What we're going to do is we're going to bring up a different currency pair. I'm going to show you how this works on candles, and then we're going to lay this on up to the second opportunity. So in order to get my A, I find my low. My B is going to be my high right over here. I don't know where my C entry point is yet. Okay, I got to do a little bit of analysis. Okay, I got to do a little bit of analysis. So what I'm going to do, and again, I'm going to manually do this now, but I'm going to automate this in a second. I draw from point A to point B, just like that. Point A to point B, just like that. Now, the next thing I need to distinguish is what is the overall trend that's taking place on my candles down here. Now, if I draw a simple trend line, if I just draw a simple trend line, I mean, you don't have to be a 25-year trading expert to visually see which direction is that trend moving. Is it moving up or is it moving down? Type in up or down in the chat box, or U or D in the chat box. Yeah, it's trending down, right? We can all see that it's starting to trend down right here. Our candles are pushing down. Momentum is pushing down in the market right here. So what we're looking for now is an opportunity for a change of trend, a change of direction for an entry point and an opportunity. Do we get that in our next candle? Nope. Do we get a change of trend in the next candle? We sure do. You can see what's happened here is we've had a push down. Momentum has switched in the market. We've broke through our trend line. The buyers have taken over the battle, and it's starting to push the momentum up in the market. Now, here's the thing. Which color zone am I sitting in right here? Type it in the chat box. Which color zone? Red, exactly. Everybody's telling me red. We're in the red zone. So if we're in the red zone, right here, that means our target is to trade until we hit the what? The red extension. So our target is going to be our 1618 right there. Okay, our 1618. Now we can figure our target and our potential opportunity, knowing that if we enter here and we exit at our target right there, we're going to make about 80 pips. So we're going to call that an 80 pip target. So if we hit our target, we're going to make about 80 pips. Now, one of the very first things I talked about when I started my presentation is understand when it comes to trading, when it comes to investing, I don't care how good you are, you're going to take losses, right? We all understand that. We all can appreciate you're going to take losses. However, through proper equity management, you will learn how to minimize your losses. You'll learn how to emotionally trade with us as well. In fact, every one of you that come on board as a student will work with Jared Martinez, our founder, who's been trading for 30 years on the emotional side of trading. That is worth the investment in this program alone, I will tell you that. But let's talk about setting up proper protection on the downside. We will talk about different ways to do that through your education, different things to do. But one of the basic ones that you will do is obviously you're going to set up what's called a stop loss order. Now, stop loss order, for those of you that are new, is an automated order that lets you set up a trade, know that you can go to work, go to sleep, get on a plane, shut your computer off. And if your trade moves against you, you're going to get sold out. You're going to minimize your loss. Now, in this example, we're going to set up our stop loss order if we are aggressive just below my B, conservative just below my C entry. So in this example, it would be about roughly right around 20 pips. So we'll call that 20 pips of risk. So we've just set up what's called a 4-to-1 risk ratio. Does everybody understand? We're willing to risk 20 pips to make 80 pips. We're willing to risk 20 pips to make 80 pips. So what we do is we enter this trade, and let's see what happens, okay? Let's see if it goes up and hits our target or if it falls and hits our stop loss. And you can see it's moved right on up, moved up, kind of flattened out a little bit, shot right up and went right through our target. So we automatically sell right here. We don't hold on to it and give it back. We trust our process. We trust MTI's 24 years of doing this. We're in here, we're out there. So we would have been in this trade for 7 hours. And in this opportunity on a standard lot, we could have made $800 profit. $800. I mean, how many of you like to set up a trade, go to work, and make $800? Right? Every one of us would do that. I mean, that's a great thing. But here's the thing. Is $800 in one trade going to change anybody's life? No. $800 is a nice amount of money, right? $800 is a nice amount of money, but it's not going to change anybody's life. You know what changes people's lives is when you realize, wow, I understand A, B, C, D, Fibonacci's. This is one concept, but it repeats itself sometimes 6-7 times in a row. Now follow me on this. You come on board today as a student at Market Traders Institute. We're all together a year from now in this webinar, August 14th, 2019. You've been a part of this group for 365 days. Let's say in the next 365 days, you repeat that trade 200 days. Well, now that one $800 trade has turned into a $160,000 profit. Now, would an extra $160,000 next year help you financially, help you reinvest, help you fund that retirement account? Because again, as I'm talking about, we got students all over the world. Forget it. That you think that's good. 20 grand overnight. How about this? These are a couple of my favorite right here. The first 5 months of this year, Eddie made $331,000 following our concepts, gang. Okay, now here's the beautiful thing. As I said, when you understand market direction, the ABCD pattern will repeat itself 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times in a row. Now, let me show you what I mean. We're done with this trade, okay? We're done with this trade. We're done with this. Yes, Michael, this is the last time I cover this. If you'd like to get an invitation to the live session tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's a pure trading session. Type in your telephone number and pivot. Telephone number and pivot. Okay, so here's the deal. We're done with this. Well, my old C, which was my entry, is my brand new A. That's my new low. We got a new pattern that's forming. My B is my new high right here. If I grab my tool right here, watch this. I grab my Fibonacci, and again, the next thing we're going to do is automate this. I go from point A to point B just like that. Well, if you look, you can see visually we've got the same type of trend taking shape, which took place back here, is shaping up again right now, right here. It's trending right back down again. So what we've got is a ABCD wave that's moving over and over and over again. So what we're looking for is another breakout of this particular trend, okay? So we're looking for a breakout of this trend, all right, which clearly you can see. We've had a shift in momentum right here. It's been moving down, and it broke through right here. We're sitting in our red zone again. It just happened to be red. So our target is, again, to trade to the red extension. We would set up our downside, set up our stop loss orders, and we would protect ourselves, and we'd enter this trade. And let's see if it hits our target or it falls down. Let's see what happens in this example. And here you can see it's gone up, dipped back a little bit, then it raced right on up, and boom, hit right there. And for a lot of people, when I show an example like this, when they see how this hits, how it hits that extension right there, and it just immediately starts to go down, that's for a lot of people when the light bulb goes off, because they think, wow, is it a magic that it hits this extension and it moves right down? Is it coincidence? Is it luck? It's not. It's Fibonacci analysis. If you are not trading Fibonacci's, you are losing out, especially if you're not trading them automated the way that we do it. Now check this out. This particular trade could have made you in 20 hours 134 pips. 20 hours, that's an opportunity for $1,340 profit. All right, so not too shabby. But here's the thing. Up to this point, again, everything we've done has been manual. Let me introduce you to one of our indicators, one of our tools amongst, about 100 different types of unique tools we have. Watch this right here. Can everybody see when I click on that tab on the top? Does everybody see where it says Smart Tools? Type in yes or Y in the chat box so I know that you're with me. Does everybody see that? Watch how I do this. Watch how I grab Smart Fibonacci. Does everybody see that? Yes or no? Okay, I come down here and I find my low. 1, 2, 3, click. 100% automated. Did everybody see that right there? 100% automated, 100% accurate Fibonacci's. Do you think that's something that you could use, Joel? Do you think that's something, Kevin, that would help you out? Priscilla? Gang, check this out. Let me show you again how this works, because this is pretty cool. I click on MTI. I find my low. This is just one of our smart tools that we have patent on, and boom, it's done right there. And it's up to the second right now. Now let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. My very first A was right back here. There's my first A. My very first change of trend, again, the ABCD pattern, when you understand market direction, will repeat itself over and over again. There's my first change of trend. Well, my buying opportunity is right here. Oops, not sell, it's a buy. My buying opportunity is right here, okay? Now, our target is to trade until we hit the red extension right there. The red extension, that is our target because we're in the red zone right there. So tell me, did it go up and did it hit it? Yes or no? You type in yes or no in the chat box. It went right on up, hit it, and pulled right back. So this very first trade right here, in this example, we had an opportunity to make 337 pips in 9 days. 337 pips in 9 days. So what's that? 9 days, $3,370 profit on a standard lot. Okay, well, let's look at the next ABCD movement. Okay, next ABCD movement, here's my A. Okay, watch this right here. Here's my B right here. Check this out. Now, this we are in the blue zone right here, in the blue zone right there. Joel, put your telephone number in the chat box and I'll get you an invitation to our session later. Right there, here's the blue, watch this. Boom. Now, did it go up and hit my blue? It sure did. It went right on up and hit right there. In this trade, watch this. There was an opportunity for 429 pips in 40 days. And I'm going to show you up to the second here. 42 days, 429 pips. But you know what? Let's be realistic, gang. This is all in the past, right? This is all in the past. You've missed out on this right here. But let's talk about what's happening right now. Can everybody see what is taking shape right now in this market? You can see the software automatically drew out my A to my B. This is right now up to the second candlesticks right here. You can see we've had a change of trend. Here's our trend line right here. And let me ask you something. Based on what's happened in these last two ABCD moves, do you think there's a pretty good chance that right now, this right here, after this change of trend, there's a very good likelihood it's going to move up and hit this red Fibonacci right here? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you think there's a good chance it's going to move right on up to here like it's done the last two moves? Yes or no? Well, if it does that, and again, I like dealing in real world what's going on. If it does that, how many pips are waiting for you for profit right there? Look up in the top left-hand corner. Yeah, that's 787 pips, gang, right there. That's over $7,000 opportunity. But I'll tell you where the home run is. I'm moving quickly because tonight at 7 p.m., this is moving right now. This is not something we're forecasting 2 months from now. This is not something we're forecasting 6 months from now. This movement that we are working on over two currency pairs has already produced over 14,000 pips of opportunity. It's called the Euro Pivot Prediction right here. What's happening tonight at 7 p.m., we have a live session that we're doing for our students where we will be giving out the entry, the exit, the currency pairs, the workspaces, everything to trade this Euro Pivot Prediction. You can see it's moved through this whole channel. It's already produced 14,000 pips. There's another 6,000 pips of opportunity waiting for you. So here's the deal. I got to move quickly through this. If you look at the returns we generate, you want to know why we're considered to be the best in the world at what we do, how we've grown the most people that are out there, how we've trained more people around the world. Look at the results. Stan, 10,000 on a trade. How about one of our students, and this is students writing their own up here. Ed last year made 50,000 pips with us. This is straight out of Facebook. This is his MyFX book account, made $500,000 and over and over and over again. So again, I got to move quickly. I want to show you guys how you can all have an invitation to come on board today risk-free as a student of ours for the next 60 days and be part of our organization. And I will tell you, to come on board as a student, we take all of the risk out of it. We are probably the most expensive in the industry. And I say that with pride because you know what? we're the best. If you want little weekly newsletters and little couple-hour a week chat sessions, we're not the group for you. If you're serious, you want to make money, you want to produce results, you want to have 24-hour-a-day people to work with, then we're your group. We have actually already generated this year over 1.7 million pips for our students. That's over $17 million. That goal is to be up over 50. Now, the best trading months are coming up. The best trading in the Forex market is the last quarter of the year, and it's all by following our proven process. So very quickly, let me go over how you become a student and all the benefits and everything that come with it, and how you get a 60-day risk-free guarantee to use all of our services, trade with us, and have fun with us over that period of time. It's called the Ultimate Traders Package on Demand. I'm going to break it out into 5 different phases. Okay, there's 5 phases. Phase number 1 is a 2-day class. You're going to spend 20 hours with our education team to build your foundation, okay? If you'd like to fly to Orlando, Florida and do it here in our office, great. We'd love to have you at some point to do that. However, we broadcast it over the internet. In fact, our next 2-day class starts this Thursday, okay? Now, if you can't make it to it live because you have commitments, we record it, we archive it. You can go through it as often as you choose, Joel. 20 hours you're going to work with our experts and our traders. On top of that, you get continued education. 24 hours a day access to our online portal, okay? You're going to get a user ID and password to work that. You're going to get our trading platform. Every tool, every indicator, it's all cloud-based. We have the ability to push our workspaces out to our students. This will be on your computer in the next 90 minutes when you come on board as a student. You're going to get to work with Jared Martinez himself. He's going to take you through the psychology of trading. He's been doing this for 30 years. It's called the Fast Track Mentorship. That's psychology, that's understanding how to properly manage your portfolios, right equity management, and so on. Then you get daily live webinars. In addition to our analysts on demand, you get daily live webinars where we're picking topics, or maybe there's a news release, or maybe there's an economic number. But every day we have live webinars in addition to our 24-hour-a-day analysts on demand with world-class experts. And on top of it, don't take my word for it, take the next 60 days and work with us. So if you look at our program and review, you break it all out a la carte for all of our services, it comes up to about $12,000, a little over $12,000. Now the good news is you don't have to invest $12,000. You can go online anytime this year to our website at markettraders.com, become a student for a one-time investment of $7,995. But because of our relationship with Investor Inspiration, I've got a great discount for you. Your timing is perfect. We got our live session later today. We got our 2-day class coming up Thursday and Friday. I'm going to give you a great discount. You can come on board today for additional savings of $2,000 off of the online. It's a one-time investment of $5,995, okay? So if you're interested in being a membership of ours, what you're going to get is a 90-day, 60-day risk-free guarantee as well. Type your telephone number in the chat box for me. Even if you previously put it in again. Now, there's 2 ways to invest in the program. I'm going to go through this quickly, option A and option B. Option A is for people that want to discount. You'd rather pay for it all in full, take $2,000 off. If you want the discount, type in an A. If you'd like to speak to one of my education specialists about a payment plan, great. We can work a payment plan. We're very flexible. You can put a little down and have a monthly payment. Both option A and option B get a 60-day in-writing money-back guarantee, okay? Very easy for you to get started, option A or option B. Just type in an A if you want the discount and a B if you want a payment plan. Now, what's going to happen is an education specialist is going to reach out to you. They're going to answer all your questions. They're going to get you taken care of. I know I got a speaker coming right up behind me. I think it's Vince. Vince is awesome. Make sure you don't go anywhere. But last thing I'm going to say, if you want to call in and earn a little bit more savings, if you call in right now to that number on the top of the screen, 407-585-2417, I'll save you an additional $500. That's my time. I did this as quick as I could. Sorry, Vince, if I chewed up any of your time. Hey, congratulations to all my new students. Listen, you got nothing to lose. Figure out a payment plan, pay for it all at once, come on board 60 days, work our Euro pip prediction. We got 6,000 pips we're staring at right now, gang. Have fun with it. I'm going to sign off. Joel, Kevin, Anderson, Ken, Priscilla, Vasilios, Christian, Brian, looking forward to having you guys coming on board and work with us. Thank you.